Hey, good afternoon. This is Brent Pilot, and this is a video on my impressions with Auto FPS for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It makes the graphics adjustments so that you can enjoy the best FPS that's running on your system. So here's a prior iteration of Auto FPS, and it made my graphics look terrible. Look at those trees in the mountain. The terrain generation is spotty. The draw distance is very short. However, this looked pretty good and seemed to have great FPS performance. So it was a hit or miss for me. I started playing around with some adjustments, trying to get the best look and the best FPS for my system. I'm okay with not the most butter smooth FPS. I can't really notice when I'm focusing on the aircraft and the airport environment when I'm coming in for a landing. Just having some fun with the ornithopter here. But you can see that the FPS seems to me to be pretty smooth here, but it just looks horrible. And that level of terrain, the constantly generating terrain, just takes you out of the immersion. So I had it at 3840 by 2160, which is UHD there. Then I downloaded the updated version. That seemed to be a drastic improvement on the graphics with a little bit of sacrifice to the FPS, which I was good with. Let me know, is it terrible? Is it acceptable? I think I will use the updated Auto FPS when I'm making videos for the viewer to give the best viewing experience. What I haven't seen is any stuttering where the graphics just freeze. And you look at that parallax effect, toward the bottom of the screen is going to be the most noticeable lack of FPS. The middle of the screen, you kind of focus there on the aircraft. And of course the distance is going to be pretty smooth as it's moving the slowest. And while Auto FPS was running, I tried to make some adjustments, and I don't know how that affects Auto FPS. I heard it's bad. I heard it doesn't work, but I did try to make some manipulations. It had it on UHD. So I changed that to HD, 1920 by 1080. I also turned off some settings to try to make it more smooth. For some reason it had my window 2 at full 4K, So put that back to HD. And then we get this blurry, splotchy, terrible, out of focus looking mess. So I switched it to windowed mode and it sharpened up very nice. So full screen versus windowed, it makes a drastic difference. Just love the way this ornithopter flies. You can fly this for hours. In such a beautiful location, Sedona. Okay, back to the tests. Before I was making adjustments while keeping the Auto FPS on and running. This time I did make some adjustments, made it all pretty much in the high category with FPS running. And then after I run through these cruise ships while trying to land on them, I did go into the system tray and fully exit Auto FPS. However, not the best way to test your FPS in a slow-moving helicopter because it's pretty easy to get some good frame rates at a standstill. So I'll continue to tweak it, and this is most useful for those of us that don't have a 4090 or something that can handle. You don't have to worry about your FPS. It's gonna be there. All right, thanks for watching this video as I make some adjustments, comparisons with trying to get the maximum FPS with Auto FPS. Enjoy some of the ornithopter flight. Thanks for flying with me. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.